Drawing faces.
Hey, everybody! I'm Doodle. My friends call me Dude. Drawing awesome stuff is what I do best. What's the basic shape of the human face? Well, under the skin is a skull that forms a framework. It's shaped like a ball because it protects your brain. The nose and the top of the teeth protrude from the front of the skull, while the jaw and the chin are attached underneath. It's very important to draw the skull so that you'll understand how the face is structured. Okay, guys, now that we have a head shape, we can measure where everything goes. That's called proportion. First, draw a light line across the very top of the head like this. Then do the same at the bottom of the chin. Now, draw a very light line exactly in the middle of the two lines like this. Believe it or not, the eyes go directly in the middle of the face. Next, draw a line right between the eye line and the chin line. That's the nose line. Then, draw a line halfway between the nose line and the chin line, and you've got the lip line. Look at the space between the eyes and the nose line. That's where the ears go. Is that cool or what?
But Doodle, I always make my eyes too big. How do I know what size to draw them?
Great question, Stretch. You should be able to draw 5 eyes across the face. This means that you should have at least an eye's distance between the eyes and from the side of the head to the eyes. Like this. Well, that does it for the basic facial proportions. Let's move on.
The eyes.
Of course, the eye is a ball, and the lids wrap around it. The eye itself is comprised of the iris and the pupil. Notice that the iris is a part of the eye that contains color, and it's a perfect circle. The outer rim of the iris tends to be a little darker than the inside. The black hole in the center of the iris is called a pupil. That's how light enters the eye so we can see. Let's practice making the eyeball, iris, and pupil. Moving on to the eyelids, we can see how they lay across the round eyeball. The eye opening is shaped a lot like a football. Over the top lid, you can sometimes see a fold of skin right here. And below the bottom lid, you can see where the eyeball pushes the skin out just a little. Now, don't draw big bags under the eye. Just add a touch to give the eye the roundness it needs. What's next? Let's take another good look at Dabney's eye. Oh yeah, her eyebrows and eyelashes. Most eyebrows follow this simple pattern, up from the corner of the eye, arching slightly past the iris, and descending to the corner. When drawing lashes on a lady, try not to draw a fan of little hairs around the lid. Instead, look at it as a shape that gets thicker as it goes to the corner of the eyes. You can add a few small lashes after you darken the shape area, like this.
Wow, that looks just like my eye.
It's missing one thing, that little sparkle called a highlight. Since eyes are wet, they reflect light. Let's place a little white circle right between the pupil and the iris.
I'm so impressed.
That's enough on the eyes for now. Let's move on to the nose.
The nose.
Hey, take a look at my nose. Ha! Fooled ya. I don't have one. Actually, no one in the studio has a nose. So, we'll have to see if Smudge can help us out. Can you do it, Smudger? Wow!
Wow, awesome. That's great.
Wow. Thanks, Smudge. Okay, everybody, look closely at the nose before you. Let's break it down into simple shapes. First, the bridge of the nose is like a triangle. Next, add 3 spheres, one at the point, the other two on each side. Don't worry about the nostrils yet. Focus on the basic shape first. Look at the nose from the front and the side. Make sure the nose line starts at the eyebrow, not the eye. Now look at the nostrils. From the front, they look like rounded holes, but from the side, they look more like slits. Be careful not to draw too big dark holes into the face. The nostril shapes are not perfect circles, but they are more elongated openings. Thanks, Smudge.
You draw noses so well, it makes me wish I had one.
Well, fortunately for us, we're studying the mouth next, and you sure have one of those.
Oh, haha, very funny, dude. The mouth.
Before we talk about the lips, I need to point out the difference between men and women. When you look at a man's mouth, you tend to see thin lips with small wrinkles. A woman has fuller lips with less wrinkles and more shine. For this lesson, we only have time to study the lips of a lady. Okay, Dabney, pucker up. The lips are made of 5 basic shapes. The top has 3, the bottom has 2. Let's see if we can find them. Here's one. 2. 3 on top. 4. And 5 on the bottom. Blend the shapes together to form the mouth shape as a whole.
Lips come in different sizes and color, but they all have the same 5 basic shapes. The ears. Drawing the ear requires some detailed observation. There are several twists and turns that form the structure. The simplified shapes look like this. One large oval for the main part, another smaller oval for the inner area, then a small circle for the earlobe. To complete the basic shapes, add a little circle to the very inside of the ear opening.
That's great! Ears were designed for capturing sounds in the air, so think of them as small cups poking out from your head. Did that make any sense?
The hair! Doodle knows a lot about art, but when it comes to hair, he takes a backseat to me. You have to look at hair as a shape. Hair has mass and direction, or flow. The strands form sections that come together to make up the whole. Doodle, if you would sketch some quick head shapes, I'll come behind you and block out some basic hair shapes so everyone can see how easy and fun it is to do hair. People have all different kinds of hairstyles, from long and straight to short and curly. Can you draw them all? Let's go to the museum and take a look at the most famous painting in history, the Mona Lisa. Leonardo da Vinci, a great artist from the 15th century, compared the flow of hair to the flow of a stream of water. It has a definite direction and volume. After I study a painting, I look on the internet for more cool facts about the artist. Hey everybody, this is Meg. Meg is so fast. She's a top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art, multi-processor workstation. Hi, Meg. We'd like to do a search on the World Wide Web. Could you look up Leonardo da Vinci, please?
As Florentine artist, Leonardo da Vinci was one of the great masters of the Renaissance era. Leonardo was also known as as a great painter, sculptor, architect, engineer, and scientist. Leonardo was born in Vinci, a small Tuscan town near Florence, Italy, on April 15, 1452. Leonardo's family later moved to Florence, where he continued his education. Between 1495 and 1497, Leonardo painted his masterpiece, The Last Supper. The Mona Lisa is Leonardo's most famous work. It is well known for its unique mastery of painting techniques and the mysteriousness of its smiling subject. Leonardo was a great scientist in his time. He used scientific observation to produce his artistic sketches and scientific theories. Through studying the human body, Leonardo was able to document hundreds of skeletal and muscular components, as well as the circulation of blood in the body. His discoveries in meteorology and geology led him to learn the effects of the moon on the tides. He also developed theories on the formation of the continents and the nature of fossil shells. As a creator and discoverer in all branches of art and science, Leonardo da Vinci has been called Universal Man.
Hi, Dabney here. Did you learn the lingo today? The words are proportion and masterpiece. Proportion, the size relationship between two or more objects. Masterpiece, a thing made or done with masterly skill. The greatest work of a person or group. That's it for the lingo. Back to you, Doodle.
We are proud to present the Doodle Kids Gallery.
This beautiful drawing was sent to us from Kelly Knowles, an 8-year-old from Birmingham, Alabama. Excellent proportion and attention to detail. Thanks, Kelly. And don't forget, practice, practice, practice.
Okay, let's review today's lesson. We studied the basic head shape, proportion, the eyes, nose, mouth, ears, and hair. Whew! Not to mention our visit with Leonardo da Vinci and the words proportion and masterpiece. Now, don't forget, practice, practice, practice. See you next time, kids. Goodbye. Hey kids, be sure to check us out at our new website, www.doodlestudio.com. Come watch what I can do, because then I'm gonna teach you too.
Doodle!
When working in perspective, you gotta keep it neat so things will look perfect when you're looking down the street. And if you love to paint, then Dabney is your girl.
Squirt them red, blue, and yellow, then give them all a swirl. Hey, Doodle! Hey, Doodle!
The museum's such a blast. See the artist of the past.
Hey, Doodle! Hey, Doodle! Teach us how to draw today!
If you like drawing people, then you can make some money by painting them realistically or drawing really funny. But if you mess up...